Hey. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show. What do you know? I have a different suit and jacket on today. What do you know? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Let's get it in and break down what's happening to BTC. Last night, I did something crazy. I was up a little too tired. Opened up a $660,000 long. Eventually, I was up 200, down 300, then down 500, 800, 900. At one point, I was going 10,000 for 30,000. Seeing if I could really swing it. And I was 5,000. I was like, oh, we got back above the 200 MA last night. I swung it. I must have been up $4,000 at like 7:30 in the morning, but I fell asleep at 4:40, and I got back in. I opened, got back into my studio, at like 8:30, and I took gains of $1,200, but it was crazy. So long night for me. Don't do that on a Friday night. Learn from me, please. Don't do that. Biddy shit himself, Dolphin Dips. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Sammy, let me get your designer's number. It's me, man. I put all my stuff together. I'm just that good, baby. Everyone thinks I have a designer, but shout out to Crypto Billy. We did make it, Crypto Billy. I think they're never going to go below 50K again. I don't think Bitcoin goes below 50,000 ever again. And that solidifies something for me in my life and for my kids. God willing, inshallah. So, man, God bless you all. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you, Sammy and the Lifer crew. Let's go. Hit that like button. The best energy in crypto. Can I get an amen? Amen, brother. Amen. Thank you. Okay. Sammy's saucy suits, right? Let's take a look at BTC. What's happening on the big picture? MOODENG looks good to me. I want to see it hold this trend line and stay above the 200 the 1 hour. If it does that, I could see a bounce happening sooner than later, and then it gets tight. MOODENG could head all the way to 60 cents. You heard it here first on the channel. Everyone will be wilding out talking about MOODENG days from now if it's ripping. And it's all about getting in beforehand and figuring it out. Shout out to Sentence of Life. Shout out, man. What up? Remote Chief in the house. So look, I saw this inverted head and shoulder, but then it said no. Bitcoin almost kind of doing like a descending triangle kind of vibe here, but we're going to take a look at that. Shout out to Claudia Miranda. She's asking about PEPE. Let's take a look at PEPE for Claudia on this beautiful Saturday morning. So I talked about PEPE breaking out. It did. It hit my first target at 116.02. The bigger target up there, but we got rejected, right? Where the whole market kind of took that beat down, and now we're back inside the pattern. So one would say, I've traded this many times, it's called broken pattern theory. Broken pattern theory suggests that once you're back inside a pattern, you can trade the pattern as if you've never left the pattern to begin with. So, you were in this pattern, it looked good, said it was going to break out, it did. It came back inside. I wouldn't be surprised if it still continued to go further to the upside. However, right now, Bitcoin's kind of struggling. We're seeing some shady price action. If Bitcoin takes a dump, this will lose its 1 hour 200 MA. And you can kind of see the POC, and the first stop for it would be 12.12 for this double bottom. So I'd wait for it to bounce and get tight. That's when I would jump into a long if I was going to trade PEPE. And I think it's more likely that it does break out. We just got to see it through. I'd like to have precision on the entry there. And again, nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. I'm just going over the charts and showing you the technical analysis. So yeah, getting ready. I'm packing my bags really today for Bitcoin Las Vegas. Getting my suits ready, getting my, what shirts I'm going to wear, getting it all ready to go. So why not, just have that all set up. And hit the QR code or hit the link. There's still time to jump in and go to Bitcoin Las Vegas. You could drive there if you're from out of town, Utah. Only a couple hours. So I can't wait to see who shows up to Bitcoin Las Vegas. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. A great event. We got a little meetup going on too in the Venetian somewhere. So it's going to be awesome. Little VIP. Shout out to everyone that holds me down. Shout out to everyone that's been here with me. I have. Oh, for me, I pressed the wrong button. Sorry about that. It's like, wait. So Pepe looks interesting to me. I like what I'm seeing here from Pepe, but it's got to stay inside the zone. All right, let's get back into BTC, and let's go all the way. Let's do what we do every single day here. So we talked about a little bit of a reversal. I called one out yesterday in the group. Like, Sam, we can't see anything. I know, neither can I, because it's all done on the smaller time frame. But anyway, like, we're watching this fly now. But this last night, I found this cup and handle right here. Right, and that ended up being the beginning of the breakout. And we never looked back from there. So I called the exact bottom. You're like, no, you didn't, Sam. You're full of old shoes. You just like running your mouth online. I'm like, all right. But here I am last night. And this is what got me addicted to the move. So I was looking for the bigger move. And it's like I got in late and then had to persevere. I could have gotten into the exact entry. But here it is right there. That cup and handle would go a little bit. There was a dolphin dip inside, but it would eventually go clean. Right? And then continue to pump. That flag, I basically wrote, I said it'll probably dip a little bit and then get back inside. That's exactly what happened. And then I was looking at 108,576, and then we continued to rip. And before we know it, we were about to hit the target. And I had called it absolutely ridiculously perfect. And then I could see this bigger move here to 109,000. And we ended up getting that move too later on into the night. The 3 minutes showed the model. It eventually came up, came down, played games. But this is why I took the long on the big time frame with the big money. It started going well. Oh, I had a trade on BitConnect too that I had put the break even and fell asleep. And eventually took $1,250 out that trade. I mean, it took 10 hours, right, throughout the night. Can you update virtuals and SWI? We'll take a look at those. So there you go. Bitcoin Las Vegas. There it is. Can't wait to see each and every one of you there in Bitcoin Las Vegas. Hit the QR code or the link, okay, up here. Whoa. And you're going to have a blast. I'm telling you, when you meet everyone in crypto and you see the faces behind the names, you know, and the coins and all the screens and all the Twitter accounts, and you see who's really who, it's pretty awesome. You have a really good time. Blessings on blessings to everyone that's coming. Okay, let's take a look at BTC and see what's happening on this beautiful God-given day. It is 9:54 on a beautiful Saturday here in sunny Florida, 82 degrees and sunny. It rained about a week ago. That was the last time it rained. I got to water my plants actually right now. Just thinking about, not right now, but like right at the end of the stream. That's like the first thing I got to be doing is watering my plants. If you have time, can you update virtuals and SWI? Sammy, got a free industry pass for you to give to your community. Just have them meet me at check-in. I will transfer it. $1,500 all value. Send it, bro. Givers gain. Wow. Okay, if there's anyone out here that wants to go right now and that was thinking of going, let me know. Anyone that wants to go right now, we're going to put your name down and then we'll send you to the front through like text message or something or the Telegram app. If anyone here wants to go, you're thinking of going, but you didn't want to pay, we could do this right now if you want to commit. So, wow, that's amazing. You didn't have to do that, man. You could give that to any community, not mine. That's just a blessing. You're one of the nicest people I've ever met, man. God bless you. Thank you. So Bitcoin struggling. The weekly looks good. If it closes like this, though, I'll take it. Right? We are a little far away from the 21. As I said to everybody, if we trend slowly to the upside, That's fine if we trend slowly to the downside. If, you know, and again, Bitcoin tends to dump whenever we have a Bitcoin conference. I don't know what it is with it, right? We pump for 7 weeks, then the Bitcoin conference, right? And then we're going to, but, you know, I could see us kind of make a 6 to 8 week dump here back to 92,000. Be super healthy, super amazing, maybe even a wick down to 91. I don't really see us breaking 94, 95K, you know, on the like closing a weekly candle, but we may wick. So I want to come, but unfortunately, I'm in the Netherlands. Will not really be a big wallet yet. Amen. Yeah. I sent everyone your way who asked me how to learn about crypto. Good morning, brother. Shout out to Dreadlocks. Monster, we love you, man. Thank you. My guys, the sound of a gold heart king, man. Thank you. The sound of a the sound of gold heart of a king. Thank you. Sam is a legend, legal money. God bless you. Shout out to Kenneth Abraham. Can you take a look at ZBCN? It's running wild. It really is, though. It really is. But we gave it. So the weekly looks like it could pull back on us on Bitcoin. I'm not saying it's going to. I'm just telling you, you're a little away for the 21. But, you know, we're not close to tweezer tops. There was no red candle. There's just no reason to say that just yet. Everything is healthy, but I'm open-minded as we get further from the 21-day moving average. It just stays, it looms. The 3-day attempting to close its first red candle too as well. That closes in 10 hours. So tonight, we could get tweezer tops on the 3-day chart, which is substantial. Look, the last time dump, a little bit of a dump. That one was negated, but most of the time we get some type of pullback when we get a tweezer top on the 3-day chart. Something to pay attention to. Is Bitcoin starting a bigger pullback here, or is this just a bump in the road? I'll be able to figure it out. I'm not going to, tell myself I know exactly just yet. We're going to stay open-minded. So right now, Bitcoin is attempting to bounce on the daily, which is a beautiful thing. That's what I was looking at last night. We called it on that 1-minute cup and handle. I'm telling you, if it's going to bounce, I watched all day, and then I posted. Right as I posted, Bitcoin starts to pump. I'm like, good old Sammy on the move. What I'd like to see is the daily, basically just make a flag for the next 6 days, 7 days, maybe even 8 days, Just something like this here, and then get ready for a monster move. That would just be so awesome, and it would take the stress off if it consolidated nicely and just slowly told us what it wanted to do without a lot of baloney, hoo-ha. Bitcoin, 121,608 would be the target here. So that's our most bullish scenario, my humble opinion, that we go sideways for a little while. That definitely is going to be our local top. I could be wrong. I don't see us breaking it in the next 4 to 5 days, really. I see us milling around here. So get ready. Altcoins will pump during this time, but I also see altcoins, certain ones that I see look like they need to, hang out for about a couple days too as well. So we may just get a cool down period here. There was a monster move for Bitcoin. I mean, we went to an all-time high. We got everything we wanted back above 100K. It looks like 100K, even 99, could be, we could hold above 100,000 is what I'm saying. I'm open. I honestly don't. Right now, I'm collecting data. We hit an all-time high. We're starting to rebuild. We're seeing what happened after a bit of a pullback, and we're collecting data. Right now is not when you want to be too, smarty pants about exactly, this is exactly what it's going to do. I don't know. Even I've been doing this for a long time, and I know the best times. See, when you've been trading for a long time, the best times to stay ignorant. The best times to go hard and be like, you know what? I know nothing but the fact about ignorance, but I'm going hard right here. Like, this looks like we're going to get the move. Still sad that we couldn't get that beautiful pump out that flag. Man, that thing was just, it would have been bit. Imagine we just kept ripping. In another universe, in another dimension, Bitcoin pumping right now to 120, 130K almost, right? But we're stuck right here in this one. Right? Hey, I'll take it. I'll take where we're at. Always be grateful for your actual reality, your dimension. You could be in a different one. So, the Mandela effect, though, right? That Fruit of the Loom, all the stuff it's weird. The Berenstain Bear, it's just weird, right? Like you would have sworn it wasn't, but it was. I swear they messed with the time-space continuum a couple times. Hi, sweetie. The what, baby? No, honey. No idea. I love you, though. Okay, so resistance right here at 109,790 for Bitcoin. And honestly, it just doesn't... It looks more like shoulder, head, kind of shouldery, right? It doesn't look amazing. But, you know, that doesn't mean it's not going to bounce. But we need a bounce throughout the day back to the top of the channel. You know, the 15-minute looks pretty interesting, like it could bounce nicely, though. Look at that. That's a nice little falling wedge that has bull flag vibes here for Bitcoin. 1 minute did break above the 200, lost the sauce, though. 5 minutes above the 200 with the flag. So that's almost like my model right there, telling me that that's going to pump. I think I'm going to make a nice little weekend scalp here. And I shan't, but I shall. You know what I'm saying? Let's take a look at what it's looking like here on the beautiful BitToNex. BitToNex talks about them hooking me up with some Bitcoin shoes or something. I don't know. I gotta... But they're cool, man. Hanging out with them. They had their party was outrageous in Dubai. I live streamed it. You guys can see it if you want to check it out at any time. Just go through my lives. You'll see it back when I was in Dubai, right? But it was the tallest infinity pool, I think, in the world on Palm Jumeirah, right? If I say that right, which is the big Palm Island, you know? Palm Jumeirah or Jamia. I don't know if I'm saying it right. So anyway, the 15-minute looks interesting here. Could rip to the upside. And I'm usually good with language. No one actually said it to me. I just saw it written. I have to, I'll play a video and I'll listen to people say it and I'll figure it out. Isn't that cool? Like, you can learn anything you want. YouTube will teach you what you should say in the right place. If you just listen to videos in that area, you'll hear people say it and then you're like, all right, that's what I should be doing. Right? You can learn and research so much through YouTube. I find YouTube amazing. I go to an area. Sometimes I don't want to watch YouTube because by the time I get there, I'll know everything about it. It'll take a little bit of the lore away. I'll know where every single shop is. I'll know the streets. I'll know what I'm doing, where I'm going, what restaurant I want. You know what I mean? Why I want to go there. The best food on the menu. It's like, well, I watched a YouTuber. He told me everything about the place. You know. I use YouTube to learn instruments, to do patios, self-help. To change my life, to get a mentor. I use YouTube for everything. I look back on my life now. I'm like, I'm here because of YouTube. I work on YouTube. I made YouTube my life. It's crazy, right? I get income from YouTube. I learned my life from YouTube. I learned how to garden with YouTube when I didn't know what I was doing. I learned how to do my grass with YouTube, how to do a lawn. Tenacity, baby. It's all about tenacity. Once you learn tenacity, you can't be stopped. And tenacity is an actual growing something you put on your grass, and it's non-toxic to the kids too, I believe. I mean, don't quote me because you never know, but as long as they don't go out when it's wet, you let it dry. But yeah, if you're having trouble with your lawn and you don't know what to do and you think you got to pay a lawn guy, you just need some tenacity. Right as if you're in the East Coast, like in the northeast of Boston, you need tenacity in like late April. You know, coming into April, actually even late March, coming into April. You start giving some tenacity. YouTube is man's greatest invention. It's amazing. It spread knowledge so fast around the world. So 110,425. The stop loss is 108,062. And weekend trading's light, so just 200 for 6. Nothing too crazy here. I want to go a little good. It looks good to me, but I already made that 1,200, make $600, $1,800 on a Saturday won't be too bad, right? And then we lose the other one, we up $1,000 on a Saturday. So we risked 1,200 of the 200 of the 1,200 we made to add to the trade. Nothing too crazy. You don't have to be a big shot here. All right, and look, we're already up to 3%. I told you, I'm the king of 3%. You've never seen someone make 3% faster than me, right? Look at that. And I mean, it's a true story, right? It seems like the second I get in, things start to pump. It's like I got this little sixth sense. Well, because I get in when the stochastics are low, when we're touching the 21. And that's, 80 to 90% of the, that's, you're going to have a move here. Yeah. I sold ETH on Friday night and bought 4,000 shares of MetaPlanet at the market close. Interesting. I just don't understand why you just go to the source and buy some BTC. But again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as such. Do whatever makes you happy over there. If that's what you want to do with your monies over there, you do it, huh? Hey, and good luck to you. Zygazan. So, 1 minute time frame breaking out of the flag. I'm looking for this flag to pump. I'm looking for the 5 minute to hold above the 200 MA. Weird that the 5's above the 200, but not the 1. It's precarious, but it is more bullish than bearish because the 5 minute is a bigger time frame. You have a support or resistance, so you got to extrapolate that data in the best way you can. And yeah, it just looks like the 5 minute could be ready for a bit of a short squeeze here back to the upside for Bitcoin. So the juju is flowing. You know where we're going. Bitcoin for days. Satoshi, will never let you know his ways. Hey. Was chilling like a villain. Now I'm an angel. Hey, time to spend some demo money. You're funny. I only trade demo. None of this is real. Oversold stochastic, RSI, and MACD all want to push to the upside too as well. They look beautiful for a reversal. I like what I'm seeing here for Bitcoin. And we already called off the dogs here. We caught the, this is a bit of an inverted head and shoulder to me. And it broke out. That flag was absolutely perfect right there. That's just beautiful move to the upside. Bitcoin went sideways this whole time and then looks like it's about to get rippy, skippy to the upside here. Yeah, I'm still in the ETH long that I made yesterday. I attempted to catch the bottom on Ethereum, and I'm still in the long. So we'll see what happens. I saw this as kind of like an Adam and Eve cup and handle here, and I got into ETH somewhere around here with a stop below this wick. I said, I'll buy here. I'll put a stop here. I said, that's the bottom, then I'll catch it. The chance I catch the absolute bottom here for Ethereum and ride this puppy back to the upside. I was up $4,000 on the trade. Had to take about, $800, man. That money, it went down so fast, so furiously. The top was Thursday night at about 9:50, 10 o'clock. And after that, it was just profit-taking season on everything. And now we're stabilizing after the it was just... And I remember these now. I'm like, oh yeah, the crazy liquidations, but the buyback ends. And then the people with the guts that have been through before know what to do. The people that don't are in state of shock. Eventually, it's happened to you so many times that you're numb to it. And that's what's called being a crypto trader. You see the market just rip your heart out so many times, you're just absolutely immune to it. It does nothing to you anymore. Like you've got it. So yeah, I'm looking for Ethereum to follow this Bitcoin move here. And you can almost kind of say, well, there's a big inverted head and shoulder here that's breaking out. But that's Adam and Eve style. And lately, Adam and Eve's have had this little flag at the end every time. But I see an Adam and Eve double bottom here for Bitcoin. All right, 1, 2. That's definitely an Adam and Eve double bottom if I've ever seen one. Gives me the measured move of the mid to the bottom of that curved bowl. And it gives me about, the neckline there. It gives me $26.50 for Bitcoin, $2,650 for BTC. Tight moving averages above the 200 MA, even on the 5 minute, but that's the beginning of the catalyst for a move. Look, we lost the 200. That was it. You've got to get back above it to even regain some type of strength here for Bitcoin and for Ethereum. So watching Ethereum do this damage here on the 5, and I'm seeing if we can get this move. And again, it's all got to go. Bitcoin takes a nasty dump. Everything, even Ethereum will follow. All right. I got liquidated with that wicked 6,000. Yikes. I basically consider myself so lucky that I got out with 1,200 this morning, and I'm not even trying to brag. I'm more like saying, don't do that. Don't do what I did. It's one of the first times I show a $1,200 win, and I'm more like, a little like, oh gosh, you know. Be careful what you wish for. Sorry, I hit this button accidentally. Okay, so Ethereum, Bitcoin. You kind of see what I'm all about here for BTC. And again, we have some resistance at 109.5. I'm looking for us to hit that and tap it again, and we'll see where we go. But I like the bigger idea that we could crawl all the way back up through liquidity. We'll be at 111,000 before we know it. And then can we start to consolidate and get tight? Or are we going to do the bearish tone here for the daily? We'll find out. Hopefully by the end of the day, we'll have more information too as well. And again, wouldn't you want to just go outside, hang out with your family on these beautiful spring and summer days? You know, I know you want to trade all the time, but how about letting the bot do it for you? The Crypto Lifer and Minotaur, the Minotaur trading system. Jump on in today, hit the link to the Minotaur trading system to find out more. All right? This will blow your mind. And I use it every single day. It's always moving for me 24 hours a day. It's doing what it does. Absolutely love it. So check out the Minotaur trading system. If you want to have a bot, you know, basically do the heavy lifting for you and be able to see the ups and downs. I got it running right now. And you can see here, like, just recently we reset it and had it go a little more aggressively. It entered these longs here. All these is a long. Exit the long at the top of that wick. So it entered here, exited there. It entered here, and entered there again. It entered there again. Let's just see. Oh yeah, so it gets in there, it sold there. It gets in here, it sold that exact little tippy top right there. And again, I wrote some of this up. I'm not saying it's perfect. Like, I took some of these gains up here. It entered here, and then it got itself underwater and entered again. It's back up. You see, with a mitigation strategy. There's an $1,800, there's an $18,000 safety order. This thing bounces back to the upside, and it's going to rip. And it'll take profit. It's looking to take profits up there. See, at 111,800. And so the bot just does its thing. Anyway, it's up to you. I was very skeptical of bots, so it took me a long time. So I could understand someone's like, you know, be like, I don't know. So yeah, we're looking for Bitcoin to bounce, but does that mean it will? No guarantees at all. At all. Look at this as more like a, you know, almost like a bear flag, and does this thing want to dump on us to the downside? We'll see how Bitcoin consolidates today. It's almost crucial for the bulls that we get back above that node there at 109.8, because that tells us we can at least consolidate for this bigger channel. You don't get above 109.8 or even basically 109.5, and then could be in this smaller flag that could basically turn into a symmetrical and dump on you to the downside. Measured move takes you to about 106,200 as well. So it's not all lovely for Bitcoin, but we will lose the 5-minute 200. That'll be the first sign of ugliness. And we'll lose the, man, we're already below the 15, so it's bearish right there, right? But then we'll eventually lose like the 30 and the 45 and then the 1 hour time frame. The 30-minute was very close. We bounced, yeah, right there. I was about to say, we just bounced off it. So we're kind of on it right now. 30 looks bullish to me. Let's get rid of the moving averages for a second and all my scribble. But the 30-minute looks really nice. Every once in a while, a time frame just has that vibe. So I drew a bunch of, a few things because I'm open-minded here. I never want to be stuck biased in one way. That's the worst way to live, right? To be all like, oh, it's going to be this way for sure. And then, well, look, previous resistance is support. That's an SR flip for Bitcoin. Another reason why I took the long. I'm looking for this to break out. I like what I'm seeing on the 30-minute time frame, and the stochastics are bending. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a little bit, at least a double top at 109.4. I can get out of my scalp. We'll go from there. So we'll be back tonight at 8 p.m. to kind of go over what I'm looking at, or maybe even it might be later, actually. I have tea time at 5:30. So, but we'll be back. I'll be, I think about 9:30, I'll be able to go live, right? 9:30. a late tea time. It is pretty hot out here in Florida. We'll see, though, if it cools down. Today seems to be not as hot as it's been the last few days, so we'll see. Yeah, so I'm looking for a move to the upside here for Bitcoin. Okay. And Ethereum, I'm looking for the bounce too as well. And there's a bunch of different coins that I'm liking. I'm hot right now in a coin. And so I'm actively swing trading altcoins. And I like what I'm seeing here for TARS AI. Had a nice pump, came back, but it's doing its consolidation. And I'm all about trend, right? And so look, we can extend this. And as long as the trend is my friend, I'm going. I can keep these alerts going. This alert hit already, so I can move this one into position. This one will now turn blue again, you see? And it takes time. I'll be in a trade like this maybe for 2 weeks to make 20K, right? I'll put 20K in and I'll wait for it to double up. But it will take its time. Everyone thinks money comes so fast all the time. It's about building constant wealth. It's about constantly adding and being super disciplined. It's the guy that wants to make it so fast that loses it so quick too. The guy that knows that each little step, one little bit at a time, adds up to the mountain of wealth. That is the guy that eventually wins. Like, it's just like my YouTube channel. You don't make one day of all your content and win. It's not like there's one thing you do and everything goes well. You know. Love you, bro. Catch you tonight. Shout out to Crypto Billy. God bless you, man. 1 minute looks like it's breaking out of the descending wedge. Ooh, that's gross. Bitcoin. Looks like we're getting a pump. We're getting a pump up at 14%. And that's how you do it. If you were chilling with me, could have locked in 14%. You know, we'll see what happens. And we'll move this stomp up a little bit too, take some edge off. Now we're only risking 152 for 677, which is basically a 4-to-1 risk reward ratio. You can't beat that. It's over that, actually. It's a 4.5 about, and a little over that. So you got to do the right thing. Always maintain proper discipline. Use a stop loss. Don't be a donkey. Sorry, I had to say it, but I know most of you aren't. But, you know, I'm just, and again, I'm not a financial advisor. Another guy saying you should be taken as such. But I see people playing around with their, you know, with their future, and it's sad. Even I could ruin it all trying to be a big shot one day, right? Yeah, I was looking for this to hit the target, and it hit it. I mean, it's crazy how fast this thing just ripped. Tight moving averages out of this flag to the upside. We were even looking at it when it was here in this flag. Somewhere on like May 10th or 12th. Eventually would dip down the flag, make a bigger pattern. Cup and handle, though. That's why I love this cup and handle. And then the tight moving averages, gone, baby, gone. I can't explain how tight moving averages at the end of a flag. Honestly, if that's all you learn from me, man, gains, baby, gains. So let's take a look at what's happening on the bigger time frame now. So this thing just absolutely erupted. It ripped. It was just literally, I mean, it's probably up, what, 2 or 3x? Yeah, up 261% to the high there. Unbelievable. What a move for ZBCN network. And I don't really care too much about the network itself. I will research to understand, maybe there might be a liquidity move. There might be a utility that it gives and it's providing this move. Usually it's some type of DeFi, and people are liking that, whatever the DeFi it's given, right? See here, another flag. There's another flag there. A flag, once you broke out the flag, created another breakout. Wow. I mean, it seems pretty bullish. So what I would do is I would go to the 4-hour, though. The 4-hour looks like it'll be the time frame that we can get some. And the next time it consolidates, it may be ready. I never chase. I wait for consolidation. If it keeps pumping, so be it. There's like thousands of coins to trade, and there's more of them than ever. There's more options than there ever was for me in crypto. When I started, there was 3 coins. Actually, when I started, there was 2 coins. There was Ethereum and Bitcoin on Coinbase. I then saw them add Litecoin and told everyone all the other 2 went up. This one will probably go up because it's the only thing you can buy. I get this creepy feeling. Like Coinbase had 3 coins when I started. 3 coins when I opened up my Coinbase account. I've been an OG Coinbase for a long, long time. A long time. Almost 10 years now, I've had a Coinbase account. Almost 10 years. Unbelievable. Everybody, if you want to jump in and trade where I trade, even just jump in on spot and DCA, Weeks is a great place. BitTinex and MEXC, all 3 are amazing. I like Weeks if you want to just do spot trading. MEXC has amazing, memes. It gets the memes that are on Dex Screener and all that other stuff that you have to find on the decentralized exchanges. It gets them very, very early. So that's the one thing that it has. And then it has low fees, basically 0 fees on futures. So MEXC is really the best in many ways for many reasons. Second best is Weeks. They're adding a lot of coins. They're they understand that movement, and they're providing a lot of the same things there. And even in their customer service is just bar none. Like, it's the best. We work with them. We know them. It's just a better feel over there at Weeks. And then BitTinex is awesome too. Good team. Got to know them over there too as well. So just, a good group of energy and vibes at these exchanges that, yeah. Virtuals look interesting to me. Go up to 390. 390. Stop loss below 167. I'm thinking of taking a nibble here. I already have a bag, but I'm thinking of buying a little more virtual and just stacking my chips here and seeing where it goes. But if anything's going to pump in the next, I'd say, 2 weeks and be higher than it is right now, it may dolphin dip. They may rip it down a little bit first and go after these stops. You never know. Always have a plan. But this thing, look, that's a 6-to-1 risk-reward ratio, 5 to 1, 5.6 to 1. 100 gets you 560, 550. 200 gives me 1,000, right? I mean, 550 could give me 2,500 bucks. I mean, I like a 5-to-1 risk-reward ratio, and it's safe with 2 support zones, tight moving averages above the 200, getting, low stochastics. I like what I'm seeing here for virtual. I hold strong here to the virtual call. Now, if Bitcoin dumps, it'll take virtual down. That's the only sad thing. That's what I think some newbies don't realize. Like, we'll all be looking at different charts of the group. We'll be setting up, and then Bitcoin won't do what it's supposed to do. Everything will kind of dump, and they're like, why don't these setups play out? Because we all wait on Big Daddy Bitcoin. That's why. Somebody said MOONPIG. That keeps coming up on the radar, I'll be honest. I'm not going to lie, so. I mean, rippage, right? I mean, now I kind of need to see it consolidate a little bit. Almost looks like it's going to make a head and shoulder pattern. Yeah, I got to give it some time. Could even be making a little flag off the bounce there, though. But yeah, tight moving averages. Let it just do its thing and get tight here. What's going on? Yep. And get a big move here. MOONPIG. I'm going to put a... My wife looks at me talking about MOONPIG. It's like, what is this man doing with his life? MOONPIG, babe. MOONPIG. We're going to the moon, babe, on MOONPIG. And again, with Bitcoin getting sideways, altcoins could be good, but it's more, to me, I feel it's a DCA type of day. You do whatever makes you happy. Could be some swing trades out there, though. I just think there's always opportunity if we scan for it hard enough. There's going to be some opportunity out there. Look at this B just ripping. We talked about it yesterday. AERO mask. Man, I went over mask just the other day. It's like I'm psychic. And I hadn't talked about it in a long, long time. Is IP going to finally make a bit of a move? I'll actually secretly want to swing trade IP one time and nail it. Cake. Let's take a look at Cake. I want to look at Uni. I heard there was a big whale buy for Uni recently. Bitcoin's still doing its thing. It didn't get the follow through, but we'll see what happens. No biggie. It's the weekend. You can't stress much on the weekend. Just put what you're going to, willing to risk and go from there. So I haven't looked at Uniswap in a long time. In a long, long time. Wow, back at the bottom of its barrel. I just can't believe, right? One of the first DEXs ever. The biggest airdrop in history, Uniswap. So crazy. Now it breaks out this flag, gets back to this top area at what, 19.75 cents, $19.75. I like it. It's bullish on the weekly. 3-day chart looks okay, but it's roofing. Oh, looks like a lot of coins, but a little sketchy. I'd say it either broke out the flag and it's going somewhat sideways and needs to continue the pump. Tight moving averages usually do get it. I see kind of a symmetrical triangle, though. What I do have going for it is my backtest theory is that when you're moving average this tight, you pump up to the 200 MA. So I could see us rip up to 10, and then we'll go from there. And this is like retested. It's kind of that same flag a lot of coins are doing, that Ethereum idea, that retest, right, of that previous resistance bar. See if you get the bounce back to the 200 MA, back to where you have any resistance too as well. Starts at 947. And let's take a look at the fan funding and see what's happening. So you got my Bitcoin update on the morning. All right. Sam, you're a legend. Thank you. Can you take a look at ZBCN? We did. Thank you. I'm so happy here. Thank you, Sammy. Lifer crew. Let's go. Hit that button. The best energy in crypto. Can I get an amen? God bless you, brother. Love, light, and Bitcoin. Marcus, thank you. Pepe chart. We looked at Pepe too for Claudia Miranda. And Cirrus Grayson. Thank you so much for the love, man. Pump it up. Let's go. Happy Saturday morning, lifers. Thank you. XCN from Shad Goodfree. And AERO drone. Let's take a look at AERO drone and XCN. My baby AERO. It's been a long time. What are you doing to me, AERO? I had it in that flag waiting for it to go more sideways. It made a downward flag, but still looks like we could get ourselves out of this. Everything is waiting for the pump, just like the coin I just showed you, right? It's the Ethereum dilemma, I call it. Everything is waiting in this exact kind of format. Once we get the opening, the AOK, everything will start to rip. But look, that's a head and shoulder pattern. That looks sketchy. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. I guess that would have to be defied. If it loses the 200 MA, it's going lower, somewhere down to 30 cents, 37 cents. So I don't know, it's struggling. This coin doesn't look as strong as others, and I own it, so it's kind of, we'll see. I'm bullish on the overall market, but you know, I guess if I saw that TA by itself, a little weird. Let's see it get back above 75. That's going to be its key, even higher actually. Let's bring that up. About 78 cents, and then I'd start taking it like more seriously. That would be like a good area to like hold above. XCN looks good to me. Nothing has changed with the setup here. A little lower than before, but I still like what I'm seeing. Anyway, we could get a black swan. Anything could happen, but right now I like it. And it hasn't changed. If you haven't got in yet, it's even better now. It's a 482. I don't like to tweak too much, but XCN looks beautiful, and it's still getting very tight. I personally own some XCN too, so we'll see what happens. Someone says COCORO on ETH. It's the first. COCORO. Is that what you said? Or cock. Oh, I'm not even going to say it because it's sacred. Yeah. Wrapped ETH here, supported by ship here. Funny. I mean, there's two different ones. It's hard to tell. One's on base. I don't know. It's ridiculous. This has been ripping. This is probably the one because it's ripping. Again, I do the same thing every time. Right? And then you can just add RSI, which is relative in Stoke. You can then type in MA. Right? Go over here. Turn this to 21. Hit that style. Turn it to white. Make it a little thicker. And then, you know, that's all I really need is these three things, and I can get boogie, especially when I'm swinging spot, simply put. I mean, if that makes a flag, you can continue. I'm just looking at the TA. I don't own any of this coin, and I could care less about it. All right, not trying to be rude. I hope, you know, I don't care more about it or less about it. I care, you know, I'm neutral. That's all. I don't want to be rude. So I see, kind of an up and down period. It's almost like a Tuesday or a Monday. We had a huge move. Everyone's kind of a little standoffish. You see my prediction for Bitcoin, but it could change if we lose some key areas. I also have a lot of altcoins that we put out in the last few days in the trading group. So I don't want to overwhelm everybody. Today could be a good day to just observe the market too. Do not lose tons of money. Hang in there. And if you got wrecked and rocked in the last few days because you just couldn't see what was happening, just keep saddling up. The people that give up are the people that leave. They never win. The people that win are the people that never give up and keep coming back every single day. All right, so I never gave up, and I eventually got to where I'm at today. I can only tell you what I did, and what I did was never give up. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. I'll catch you tonight at 8 p.m. Thank you so much. Crypto Lifers over and out. God bless everyone. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys on the flip side. God gave us this beautiful day. Let's enjoy it and be grateful for every single moment that we do have. And if you're going to Vegas, I can't wait to see you in Vegas. The secret to success is getting started, baby. You're not going to be great when you start, but you got to start to be great.